everybody, and welcome back to Scloobga. Thank you so much, from the bottom of my heart, on the love on my last video. It means the absolute world to me that you guys are actually enjoying this content and that you guys are finding a new home on this channel. I am going to give a brief warning. Today's video is going to be talking a little bit about politics and about our current government. If you enjoy the current government, good for you. If you don't, good for you. I'm going to talk about my opinion specifically within the anime realm of how we could be affected as an anime community. If that's not something you're interested in, feel free to leave. If you're not a politician, if you don't like politics, feel free to leave. All that. I'm not going to force you to stay. I know this can be a touchy subject for some people. And I am going to say, I'm not here to fight people. I'm not here to dig you down. I'm not here to criticize you. I'm not here to do this and do that. I'm purely sharing my opinions. Feel free to share yours. This is all what this channel is about. It's about opinions, and it's about sharing, and it's about community. So feel free to share your opinions about anything I say. I am going to say, though, if you come in my comments and harass me, your comments, I won't even acknowledge you. They're getting deleted, so please don't even try. I would also like to give full credit to all the clips that I've used from creators on YouTube. Here are their wonderful usernames. Please go check out their channel. I love them very much. They make great content. And we'll get into the video. Thank you so much for listening, and thank you for getting us almost to 400 subscribers. This means the absolute world to me. You guys are so supportive and so great. Let's get started. Collecting has truly become a staple within the anime community. When you have a hobby, when you have love and passion for a specific thing, you kind of want to surround yourself with the things that you love rather than the things that you hate. And this is coming from a collector herself. I collect manga, figures, posters, CDs, books, all of it. I like to be surrounded with the things that make me happy and bring me joy. When it comes to anime, things are mostly imported from Asian countries such as Japan, Taiwan, and especially Japan, the main source for all things anime merchandise. And honestly, with the current tariffs, this is going to be very affected. I could understand why people aren't talking about this as much as I'd like them to, but I also don't understand why people are not talking about this. If you're an anime collector, you know that it's already expensive out there. Figures get sold from anywhere to $50 to $80, even hundreds and hundreds of dollars, and those prices are only going to go up and will also affect Japan as a whole. Many companies like Nissan and other companies have seen their money decrease heavily due to these tariffs put on by the US. Japan's overall economic growth is seen to be negatively impacted by these tariffs, which is going to dramatically affect our collecting. Why? Let me explain. Tariffs will likely affect the cost of anime figures, especially for those imported from China and Japan. New tariffs on goods from China and other Asian markets could increase the price of importing anime figures, plushies, and other collaborations, while some tariffs are temporarily paused. And for China, it will mean that even sub-$800 packages being imported will be subject to hardcore tariffs to the US. Specifically when it comes to tariffs on China, tariffs on goods from China, including many anime figures, are expecting to increase significantly, potentially even reaching 145% due to the government's issues, which allowed for duty-free imports of goods under $800. Right. And tariffs on Japan, while there is a temporary pause on tariffs for many goods, including those from Japan, a new tariff of 10% can be applied, which is insane. Okay, now, how this will look for us? Let's get started. So, for impact on U.S. realtors, U.S.-based retailers who often import in bulk from Japan and China will be practically affected by these causes. Their costs will increase, and they may have to raise prices for consumers, potentially impacting sales and sales percentage. Potential price increases, following what I just said 2 seconds ago, and the increase of costs for retailers and important fees are likely to result in higher prices for anime figures and memorabilia, which, yes, that includes all of your manga, all of your t-shirts, all of your hats, all of your figures. God, even a fucking pair of socks is going to increase at this point. And some sellers and manufacturers may try to, wave around these tariffs by labeling items as imported from Japan or other countries or different things, but it is extremely uncertain. And at the rate that this is going, especially with that 145% on China, it's really not going to look good. Not to mention, Japan faces a 14% tariff on top of the 10% baseline, days after the country's specific tariffs were announced in April. The Trump administration called a 90-day pause until July 9th, but all things could come to a stop, and they are currently targeting China. If you go on anything in your house, any piece of anime merch, a lot of pieces of anime merch, a lot of things, at the bottom it is going to say made in China. China carries a lot of things. So with these tariffs, it is dramatically going to affect anime conventions, anime shops, your favorite Asian grocery store, Barnes & Noble manga section. A lot of things. Things are going to get more expensive. And for us, that sucks because anime shit is so expensive already, dude. Now, I know a lot of you may be thinking, why the hell is the Trump administration even targeting China in the first place? Well, the Trump administration targeted China with tariffs primarily to address a huge trade kind of issue and to protect intellectual property and support domestic manufacturing. The administration argued that China was engaging in unfair trading practices such as the theft of intentional property and forced technology transfer. The tariffs were seen as a way to force China to negotiate with the U.S. to change its trading properties, as well as to reduce the trade deficit and make imported goods more expensive to kind of put down this domestic, in their words, encouraging domestic production. Okay, I know. I just spit a bunch of percentages at you and even possibly words you don't even know what they mean. So I'm just gonna give my opinion now. Thank you for listening to my rant. Thank you. In my opinion, it is extremely disappointing that potentially my favorite hobby, something that I am extremely passionate about and have been doing since I started my first channel, because yes, I have two, ever since I got monetized on that channel, this hobby has grown for me. Collecting anime memorabilia has become such a magical thing for me. Like I said earlier, I love to surround myself with the things that I love and adore, and to know that that could potentially be ruined due to these price increases is honestly quite devastating. And I know it may be for a lot of other people. I do truly feel bad, though, for people who just started their collections. Like, if you just recently bought your first manga, or just starting to get into your first series, or just things like that, genuinely, I feel so bad because you are about to go through the literal trenches. And I feel for you. I really do. For those who enjoy collecting but don't have that kind of money, it's gonna be a lot. In my opinion, I feel like, yes, the U.S. has a lot of issues within past trade wars and a lot of things, and governments are messy and they're never perfect. They will never be perfect, unfortunately, but it's very unfortunate to me that I have to worry not only about a lot of rights within this country, but also now a hobby that I have found so near and dear. I would love to hear your guys' opinions. Yeah, I think I've kind of said all I have to say, to be honest. Yeah, I think I'm good. To end it off on a final note, I hope things get better. Who knows? We'll see. Thank you all so much for tuning into today's video. I hope you liked it. If you like content like this, make sure to subscribe, like, comment, do whatever you want, interact. Go watch my 2 other videos. Thank you so much for joining.